Morning, Firtless, or whatever time you're watching this. 10 past 5 in the morning, thereabouts. I was thinking last night, being all logical and stuff. First things first, a lot of you have been asking, can we have a session soon, please, order? A session soon. Put my teeth back in. Of course you can. The reasons why I've held off on sessions is because I do them quite regularly, usually at night before going to bed. But it's not really been sort of forthcoming. It's been a bit sort of blank. That happens quite a lot of the time. It goes in like waves. I've explained this before. You know, you get like a period where you have you know, really good stuff coming through. You hit the stream, the mythical stream, and other times it's just like a radio going round. And that's what got me thinking. Radio going round. Now, this isn't strictly a kick off in the bollocks video, but it is sort of in a way, because the misinformation that he preaches out there, and the misinformation of this one being spirits manipulate audio, ergo I can give them a voice, blah-de blah-de blah. You know what his thing is, what he says. This has been proven. I'm not really sure how he proved that, where he proved that absolute. You know, there's like proven and there's Huff's version of proven, which isn't really anything. Like, you know, like the whole reverse thing, you know. It's undebunkable because it's backwards and I'm hearing words out of it. Oh boy. No, well, think about it, right? If it was that simple, right? Spirits manipulate audio, and it was just that plain and simple, yet on EVPs they can impregnate their own voice. That's a different altogether, but my thinking is this: if you turn on a radio, don't scan, just leave it playing. Well, why can't spirit mess about with that? Huh? Can't it change something in that just slightly to change, you know, to give you its conversation? Doesn't. Have you ever heard a radio go a bit wonky? Well, try it. Do a session if you want. Ask spirit, but don't just leave it on a radio station. Try and do it. Nah. This is why people like Huff like to fucking have like the slowest and longest sweep pattern or sound sample going, full long sentences, so he can, as I like to say, put his flag in the ground and declare victory on a session, because his sound sample was sort of related in a very loose way. It said plant pot, and oh my god, look at the validation. I have a plant pot on my fucking window. Jesus Christ, that was good validation there. Nah, I think it's a lot more harder than that. It's got to be, because as I just said, why can't you just leave a radio on a station and, you know, ask questions and then mess about with that, you know? I've seen spirit manipulation happen on a few times, like on Mortis's video, where we had a song saying "and the angels to recall," and it said "and the angels to vacar." Things like that, which is kind of neat. You know, that could be counted as slight manipulation, but it's very subtle, and even then you might even have to ask yourself, is that just because it was a segment, the way you hear it, i.e. a kind of pareidolia? Either way, it's certainly very relative to the situation, which is kind of weird. So that's an interesting one. You're going to have to ponder out that and you'll never know the answer. So yeah, you need to have a sweep, don't you? You sweep, and Huff, I know Huff's been watching my videos, because in like one of his videos, late videos, he goes, they do not broadcast themselves, spirits, because I've said it's almost like they broadcast themselves. That's not really the right word. So he's trying to like throw that out there, but no, when I say broadcast themselves, I don't literally mean they have like a radio station that broadcasts what they want to say, not at all. But my theory was this, and this is only a theory, and I think it's something to do with like frequencies and shit like that, but if you imagine a graph, okay, on which is like radio frequencies, like 102.2, another graph, 102.3, 102.4, you know, going up or whatever, yeah? I think it's almost like a curve. If you can sweep and the graph goes up in a curve and an arc, it somehow matches something, and they can, it's a really wild theory. I'm no scientist, and I'm probably a million years, it's something we don't really understand in the slightest, but I do not think they manipulate sound like how it is presented, or how everyone thinks, thanks to people like Huff. I really do. after all, you've got to understand that I've also experienced open air speak, you know, on a handful of occasions over a period of a decade. Probably once every year, every 2 years we experienced it. And each time, I'm telling you, it's very loud. It's not quiet. You really do fucking hear it. It's not one of those things that, did I just hear, you know? No, it's loud. It really is. And it makes you jump sometimes, you know. I've jumped numerous times when I've had it, you know. I say numerous times, like only a handful of times of each time I fucking jumped, yeah. But yeah, it's weird. It's loud. If anyone's ever experienced it, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. I haven't actually spoke to anyone else who has experienced it other than people in my circle who are at my house at the time. Most of which has just been me and Natalie. But one time we did have a separate witness with us, and they're like, fucking what? It is immense. And everyone knows the story about me being sang a really creepy rendition of Silent Night at Christmas Eve stroke day, literally dead on midnight, that while sitting on the toilet. That is the weirdest. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget all of them. But so if they can do open air speak like that and that loud, also as well, like with that Charlie picture, I mean, like I said, he could like move shit and stuff, but that's not really a common occurrence, you know. People have what's the word, accounted for things being moved, and there are all sorts of things like that, and sometimes even video evidence of it. But you got to be careful because a lot of people are fucking fishing wire out there, which fucks me off. But the hard part about it is you never know when and where that is going to happen, you know, unless you got a camera on 24/7 or whatever, you know. You can be asked to go through it all. So I got a theory that maybe there are different types of entities that have certain powers, you know. I mean, my Charlie picture, some people say, well, he looks like one of those shadow men or a hat man. And yes, he gave me sleep paralysis once because I stupidly said, I wonder what it feels like to be a ghost. That very night, you all know about it, at least early 30s will know about it. I was like set into sleep paralysis. I don't know what time it was, pretty fucking late at night. I was well into a sleep, and I was sort of woken up, and it was like being in a wind tunnel. And he did this little rhyme: "This is a joke. This is how it goes. This is how it feels to be a ghost." And I was like, oh, you know, when that happened, and I heard that, I stopped freaking out and realised what the fuck was going on. Because at first I was like, what the fuck is going on here, you know? Yeah, because I said, very good, yeah, okay. He was a very sort of prankster type entity that we live with, you know? You know about the butter as well. I made some toast, put butter in the fridge. I know I did, I'm pretty sure I did. And then as I went up to bed like an hour or two later, there's butter under the duvet. Like, what the fuck? You know, a tub of butter. We didn't see it float past us. You know, what the fuck? But it's, yeah, it's very odd. And even if someone did put it there, well, why the fuck would anyone put butter under the duvet? Like, what? Yeah. So, yeah, but that's my point in saying, I don't think this, oh yeah, just spirits manipulate, you know, sound, is that simple. What, you know, I mean, since Charlie days, I don't think we've really had anything move at all. I've got a couple of accounts of the door being, I caught the door being shot on me. That's on camera. That's on my compilation of, like, you know, decent contact. I've also had in the new house when we first got there, after a few weeks or a few days or whatever, Justin's door rattle like right in front of me, like, really quick. That fucking made me jump. And we did a session straight away, and we got nothing, absolutely nothing. You know, so it's really bizarre and really strange, all of this is, and science is yet to really discover it, not properly anyway, by a long shot. I know they keep dismissing it, and why do they keep dismissing it? Because of schmucks like fucking Huff giving out so much misinformation and making us all look like loony bins. Oh yeah, that's really a spirit talking to you. You are giving it the audio? Oh, right. I think this guy's a fucking cuckoo. From a scientist's perspective, you know what I mean? It looks like a fucking cult. Oh, could it be? You can almost imagine it, especially if you look at the avatar. Anyway, we're moving off subject here. But you get what I'm saying. You need to look harder and think about it a bit more deeper. Because, like I said, if spirits manipulate sound that easy, why don't we just leave the radio on the station and just, you know, whatever, and then they can do what the fuck they want. And that also validates Huff's thing of bloody, oh yeah, I use the slowest sweep setting, so that gives them the most chance to manipulate the words, and you know, fuck off. You ain't got a clue, mate. You ain't got, well, you have got a clue. You are not looking for research or anything. You're looking for sales and views, and you know, it's a complete, if your motive is totally different to what it's meant to be, then you're not going to get the correct answer, are you? You know, they're looking for sales and, you know, making a very big amount of buck for the littlest investment, i.e. that thing goes for $4,000 when it's only worth probably 400 max. That's 10 times your profit margin thereabouts. That's a lot of money for, you know, about an hour or two's worth of work. Takes him a few weeks, my fucking arse. I can fucking put one of those things together in a couple of hours, spray paint it, you know, glue some crystals onto it and that copper wire. Come on, man, who you fooling? Oh yeah, lots of people, and that's why I do this. So anyway, that's about it, Firtless, but I will, yeah, I'll do a session soon. As for the internet thing, I've settled my account with BT. Thus, I'm going to wait a day or two, and hopefully I'll put my credit history into a better stance so I can try someone who's a bit more, what's the word, with better service and actually treats their customers a bit more right. If not, I'm going to have to go back to BT and be held to ransom. What can I say? Take care, Firtless, and I'll see you real soon. All the best. Okay, much love. Bye-bye.